fascinating. Mind experiment.
It's no sleep, baby.
Welcome, everybody, to No Sleep, the podcast. Hope you had a lovely Christmas time. We're a comedy podcast, so just in case you had a shitty Christmas time, we're hopefully going to make you laugh a couple times. I'm going to get us started with a few jokes. These ones are good. I personally would never do a threesome because I have too much self-respect to ever let anyone see me nut that fast.
I feel like you could just get right back into it, though.
That's
You
true.
know what I mean?
I think that's what actually happens.
Not that
ladies.
fast twice.
Yes. I just need a hot 10 minutes.
yeah.
Scroll on your phone for a little bit.
Yeah.
You guys need a towel or anything? All right, I'll be back in a minute.
I'm going to go get Jimmy John's.
Yeah. You guys figure things out.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Yeah. You ladies have fun.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Next joke. For the last time, folks, I'm not gay. Unless you're hot. Then maybe.
Where's the? Oh, they're right here.
Yeah.
Sorry, AJ.
It's cut to Toll McGrain.
Oh shit. Oh baby, you guys see these infants with earrings? You ever see infants with earrings? I do see that sometimes, and it kind of bothers me. I'm not gonna lie to you, but that being said, I did get Meryl a skull tattoo for Christmas.
Nice.
Yep. Flaming. It's on a rattle. It's pretty cool. That was
Face
it.
tat.
Yep. I have on. Yeah, I feel like it's funny that like I'm 43 years old. Today I was working with the kid, new guy at work. He was a nice guy, and he goes, "Yeah, man, I vaped because I was vaping. He saw me vaping. He goes, I was vaping since I vaped from 13 to 23. I go, oh, 13 to 23. I go, how old are you? He was 23. I was like, Jesus Christ. I'm 20 fucking years older than you. You were 10 years old when I started working here. God damn.
That's great.
Yeah.
I never thought about it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
He was 13 years old. I got the math wrong.
Yeah,
but
still pretty
anyway, I was just like, oh my God. I smoked cigarettes longer than you were alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. At first,
Cool.
I was gonna ask. I was like, "Do you call everyone that first starts their kid?" It was like some young kid started. But then it turned out he really was
Call
kind
him
of
a rookie.
Yeah. He's a big boy with a beard. When he said he was 23, I was like, what the fucking fuck? I was like, oh, so I'm like old, huh? He's like, yeah, pretty old. Been working here a long time. I was like, yeah, I have.
Like, what you know about Tesla? You threw him out of a truck.
yeah. So that was cool.
God damn.
Yeah.
What's the vape flavor today? Before we
Same
cut
as
down?
last. It's the same one.
The vape
Give
du
a little-
jour.
Yeah,
It's on 0, but it still tastes pretty good. You
that's
tell
why I
me.
like it.
You tell me. For being on 0, sometimes the flavor
Doesn't
kind
taste
of
bad at all.
Yeah. it's-
All of a sudden, my eyes.
It doesn't taste bad at all.
It's the
Blood
end
is
of
pouring
Indiana
out of your
Jones.
eyes.
Now, I would be the right person to test it
Yeah.
because when you're sucking on it all the time, I remember from vaping, you start to almost not taste it or something.
Yeah, if you go to a new one and then you're like, oh, this one's still got some
I'm
in
a-
it, and then you go, you're like, ugh, this tastes like old spit. Yeah,
Makes sense.
yeah, it does make sense.
Old spit does smell pretty bad. I've noticed.
It's gross.
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know, I'll
Yeah.
just like lick my hand or something.
Yeah, always think of sneeze guards on salad bars, and that, like, if you think of the smell of a sneeze, it
Yeah.
makes me want to barf. You know, like dried sneeze.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of like dried out shit from your mouth.
yeah,
Bacteria. and-
yeah.
Well, it's so strange that it's all kind of connected to like the nose to mouth. Like I realize that every time I get a cold, I'm like, I didn't realize it's such a through line.
Oh yeah.
It just drains right.
I get
back
such
there.
really bad sinus infections sometimes, and like one side of my head will hurt so bad, and then I'll lay on the other side, and over like 10 minutes, you can feel all of it slowly, like one of those fucking desk things.
Yeah, right.
Where it's like
the little
bloop,
hourglass.
bloop, switching to the other side. You're like, oh, it's starting to feel better, and then the other side will hurt really bad. It's like, oh,
Or you
man.
can't hear out of one side of your
Yeah.
head the whole day. You're
Yep.
like, nice.
Stuff full of crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you sneeze so hard you feel it like almost blast your eardrum out.
I'll try that sometimes, though.
Yeah.
You know, try to pop my ear.
But
But I always
yeah.
feel like something's going to, like, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
rupture
not
an
good for
eardrum.
you.
I don't think it
Yeah.
is.
In general, just that much pressure on your head. All right.
Blood starts
All
coming
right.
out of your ears. There you
Yeah,
go.
perfect.
Alex Carter, the man of the hour.
We all saw the healthcare CEO that was murdered. United Healthcare put out a bounty for information leading to the capture of his killer. This was like when it first happened, and they put up $10,000.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is a multi-billion-dollar company. That would be like if I got murdered, and then Black Hat Ice Cream is like, we're gonna give out a lick of this ice cream cone if you can find the murderer.
You get a free pint.
Yeah, I don't think-
Well, it's a half pint.
Yeah, it's a half pint,
Yeah.
and it's some kids have eaten it, but
Yeah.
you can taste it if you want.
It's one half bitten off ice cream nugget. Just for
And
you.
we want the little wooden spoon back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you need the
yeah.
spoon back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I prematurely rim shotted you.
No, it's,
That's what he does at threesomes too.
I was very proud of that joke. I have too much self-respect to let anyone see me come that fast. It's always good to say it again.
Did you see the speaking of Luigi Mangione? They showed him getting carted off to wherever he's going with like the ultimate squad of police,
Yeah.
like
perp
30
walk.
cops. Oh my gosh, per every time he moves anywhere.
Yeah.
Then they showed the guy that murdered 3 college students just with one cop.
He's
just
like, hi.
strolling
He's
along.
like eating a sandwich.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw in court that I don't know if he switched attorneys because there was this one guy that they were showing a ton. I don't know if he was like a public defender type guy that was pretty funny where he just wouldn't answer anything. And but now it seems like actually in court of some sort, there's a lady that's representing him, and she was talking about that perp walk where she was like, "This is great." I mean, what you were
Yeah.
just talking about, where like,
Yeah.
why would they have like M16s?
Yeah.
Like, why would you walk him this
Why
way?
would you do that?
Like Superman and fucking
Yeah.
Man of Steel.
Well, it's almost reminiscent of Lee Harvey Oswald, where it's like, are you trying to set him up to be sort of like
It was,
Jack,
dude.
Yeah.
whatever?
Did you see
Jack
the
Ruby?
photo? They put the photo of when Oswald got shot. That famous photo with Luigi walking. I think he's walking to a court date. I don't know what he's doing, but
Yeah,
there it was a very similarly framed like
Oh, really?
composed photo, and their clothing was all very similar. Not exactly, but enough where you're like, well, that seems strange.
Yeah.
well, and it's strange. Too
I would not
because-
be surprised if that happened.
because Lee Harvey, I think in that walk, I don't know if it's the one that Jack actually shot him or a different one, but he was like, "I'm a patsy, I'm a patsy," and then there are people saying that it's not that Luigi's not even the same guy. Have you seen that as well? That people think it.
People always say that shit.
Yeah, but
Right.
I think Luigi's definitely. I mean, he's like, I don't know that much about it. Never mind.
I think it's. I don't know that much either, I guess, but that's never stopped me before. on the
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
But I think there's some suspicious parts to people, mainly about he was so capable when it came to like the ghost gun, to the planning, to this and that, and then just being sort of found at the McDonald's the way he was.
It's
where
very strange.
It seems almost.
I found
Manchurian
that
Candidate.
He had like the orgy of evidence that they talk about, where it's like he had
Yes.
the confession on it, like his manifesto. He
Right.
had the ghost gun. It was like
And I believe he's maybe
got-
he said that they planted things. I
I
don't know.
don't
if
know.
like in passing, or because there's times where he's tried to like yell out almost. You'll see pictures of him
Yeah,
trying to say shit in those initial kind of perp walks. I went down that JFK rabbit hole a few times, and it doesn't surprise me that someone has made those comparisons already. I'm not copying them, but even just from my own AJ perspective
Yeah.
of the world, which is woefully
Limited,
disconnected.
Right.
we'll
Yeah,
say.
yes. Even I was like,
Yeah.
this seems very Lee Harvey style. Just some of the suspicions.
Right. I'd also like to. I feel like previous podcasts it sound like I really condone murder, and I would like to
It
say
did kind of come off. that way.
I don't condone murder, but like if you're doing horrible shit, you might get murdered. I don't know.
And I think
There's certain people that are on lists of people that higher up. If somebody got whacked, be like, well,
yeah.
it kind of makes sense, buddy.
Well, and I took it from a
I
place.
don't condone murder.
Let's get that clear.
yeah.
Let's get a clean shot of that.
Yeah.
Him saying
Some
that.
indifferent in some cases.
Yeah.
But when you were talking about it, I took it as more. You can't be or it would be weird to be surprised that people aren't upset about it,
Right.
because of what you just said.
Yes.
Of like, of someone, because there are people like, oh, because he was from Iowa and. Oh, he had a family and this and that, but it's like, yeah, so did people at Treblinka and, and shit, where it's like, I mean, some of the stuff that United specifically, it's like the lowest rated healthcare organization like on earth, or at least like in the country.
They were using faulty AI to not give people insurance.
Yeah, so you do shit like that, and
Yeah.
it's same thing. I would not condone murder necessarily.
Yeah.
No, but it is wild when like you pay your whole life for insurance and then you're like, oh no, I have cancer, and then you start getting cancer treatments, and then your insurance is like, we're not going to pay for these anymore.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but I
It's
have
messed up,
cancer
dude.
and I need treatments to live. And I'm like, nah, we don't. And they'll have a bunch of bullshit and they do that every day. That's
what
insane.
they prefer to do.
I know.
Well, and,
Yeah.
and maybe this is me not understanding how insurance works. I wouldn't put that past myself. But with that said, it's like the insurance companies overall are winning almost every situation. It's like Vegas, where the amount of times that I've paid for insurance and not used it in
Right.
my life
Oh yeah.
right.
is astronomical.
That's
I
how
mean,
it works.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Where it's
yeah.
like the fact that you can't shell out for people actually paying for insurance who are dying of cancer or leukemia or this or that. It's like you can maybe peel off a few bills for this
Right.
one. You know what I'm saying?
When you start making things for profit, they're going to try to profit as much as they can.
Yep.
That's our plan with the podcast.
yeah. Our for-profit podcast.
Yeah.
Step 1,
Yes.
podcast.
Yeah.
Step 2, blank. Step 3, profit.
yes.
Dollar
That's
bill
right.
stack emoji.
Dollar
stack.
bills, y'all.
Yeah. Dollar bill
That's how it
money
works.
mentality.
Oh yeah. What was I?
It is an interesting time. I mean, I know that's a little doom and gloom, but it is fascinating. I mean, just that whole system, how us as a people, like citizens of the country, are reacting to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there was weirdly like a pride in what had happened, that it was like finally. And
Oh
like,
yeah, there's a
one-
weird undertone that got tapped into, and we're like, oh yeah, we all are really mad about this, but we haven't really all collectively come together.
No, and it's funny to watch the conservative talk show hosts be like, "This is disgusting." Like, well, don't you guys are the ones that love fucking guns
Right.
more than anyone on the planet.
They're just mad he didn't buy it from Cabela's.
Yeah, it's just like what? I don't know. It's
Yeah.
crazy, but they love corporations more than they love guns, baby.
Right.
Yuck.
I would say my favorite take by far was some woman was like, "This is a great example, ladies, of if he wanted to, he would."
Yeah.
I was like, that is the best takeaway from this. he 3D printed a gun. He got to New York.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, that is a good takeaway.
Yeah.
When I
Yep.
do love how
He
much.
should have been at your birthday party.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think everyone that isn't happy about it, which are all cornballs, really, other than maybe the dude's family, but I think deep down they're pissed that he's just handsome as hell too. Like
Yeah.
he's not like the guy who shot at Trump looked like such a dork
Yeah.
on every level. He looked like he still played RuneScape or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just the biggest dweeb of all time. And Luigi looks like he fucks.
Yeah.
I think they hate to see it.
Yeah, dude, that picture of him hiking with his shirt off.
Yeah.
You get out of here.
Yeah, it kind
Luigi.
of goes back to my earlier.
Yeah.
I'm not gay.
Yeah.
But maybe I need a prison pen pal.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Hey, Luigi. You get AOL in prison, buddy? Put a little money on your books.
You need one of those. You can get married to a prisoner.
Yeah.
Be pretty sweet.
Some people do. I mean,
Ladies do that frequently.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you're if you're a good-looking bad guy that did something terrible and you got on the news, don't worry, you'll be married in prison.
Yeah.
Lickety split.
Yeah.
The offers will come rolling in.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I mean, depending on how bad a thing you did, you might even get conjugal visits. So,
Oh yeah, there you go.
hey, then you're just kind of in summer camp for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I might commit some crimes.
Sounds like you're close.
Tell me I don't have to go to work anymore, and I'll be having sex.
Somehow you wind up delivering beer in prison.
You have to work in prison.
Mhm. You do.
Need you to deliver kegs of euthanizing agent to the for the electric chair. I got a little story that I thought you guys might enjoy. If you want
Oh,
me to
yeah.
if you want me to get it fired up. I know we've podcasted quite a few times in the last week, more than usual. So
Yeah.
we didn't have the well was running a bit low. But I did think of this story. I don't know about you. I don't know if I've ever farted in front of a girlfriend or a girl I was attracted to or anything. I've always been very self-conscious because I'm afraid that the one fart that I do fart is going to be so epic, like on a smell level or
Yeah.
a sound level or whatever, that it's going to like forever
Alter
relationship. Yeah.
and maybe the universe.
You farted a wormhole.
Yeah.
You end up in a terrible universe.
Yes. Or Luigi's not handsome.
Yeah.
That's a bad universe. But anyway, the one time I sort of did was with a longtime girlfriend. This
Oh,
was like
boy,
one of the
here we
first
go.
times
Here we go.
we'd ever like slept in the same bed for the whole night together and
Yeah.
everything, which is kind of a big deal when you first get
You didn't
into
bounce
that.
after. You're like, well, I got to get up
Yeah.
early tomorrow.
Yeah. Gotta go put my hard hat on and get to work. You know? You're a cool girl though.
Yeah.
So
You're a cool girl.
Mhm.
But when you're hanging out, especially because like you're hanging out, you're having dinner, big pasta dinner, whatever. You're sitting there and you're just like, oh, I'm holding the fart in for hours.
Yeah.
It's just cooking. And then so eventually she falls asleep, and I hear little princess snores, and I'm like, finally, yeah,
Mhm.
a little feather,
Yeah.
comes up and down. Finally, she's asleep, and I'm like, nice. And so I kind of lean up and go. I mean, huge fart, and she snaps awake and goes, "Who's there?" Like it snapped her out of. She thought someone broke in.
Yeah. That was one creaky door.
Yes.
Think a storm's rolling in.
Yeah. I had to pretend I just woke up.
Huh?
Yeah.
I think the robber
I think
farted.
there's a gas leak. Yeah.
I think they were robbers.
One of those fart
Oh,
break-ins.
buddy.
Yeah.
I don't think Sarah knew. I don't think she fully had an understanding of what living with me truly entails.
She thought she did
Yeah, she thought she did.
She got the diet version.
She did not.
because she
yeah.
had stayed over before.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
You know, and you had a few days with the toll house.
Tolbo cop.
You're getting a roundhouse to the face
Oh, a
of
fart.
air. yeah.
Like a
A lot of
airlock
bur-
break.
It's a lot of burping and farting, and I'm sorry, but it's like, well, I lived alone for 20 years. I mean, I had a roommate, but
You don't mind.
he didn't mind. And yeah, these poor girls are gonna be pretty gross.
Had you farted and burped in front of her previously?
Oh, sure,
Here and there.
but not. Yeah, I feel like on Christmas Day, I thought, oh, I forgot, I got you guys another present. Like, oh my
Wow.
God. They were all like, I knew you were going to do that. I was like, ha, ha, ha. Merry Christmas.
Man,
I feel like the little girls must love it.
Oh, they do.
of course.
Everybody loves a fart.
Yeah.
There was no, I mean, I would almost pass out from laughter if like someone farted in church
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
or like at a choir concert or school.
That's
It's
what.
like I have to leave now, I guess. I mean,
Yeah, I have two. I have the 6-year-old who speaks and is an intelligent person, and then the baby who does not speak, both of them be farting on me all the time. And I'm like, whatever, kids.
Yeah.
Dad's gonna fucking dole it out as he receives,
Yes.
and it will be.
Dad giveth, Dad taketh.
That's right. Yes, that is right.
Yeah. I see no shame in it. I think it's a personal, like on my part, I think it's my own fear. Like I
No,
said,
yeah, I get it.
You gotta fart though. You gotta fart.
I've found that
did
if
you
you're
fart in front of
in,
Angela?
Of course.
if you're in the kind of
gives me hope.
relationship where you feel so self-conscious,
Yeah.
well, maybe if you are that it's a give or take. Because I've been in that
I
position
think it's more on
where I
within
feel
me.
so
yeah.
I feel so self-conscious with the person that I'm like, ooh. And then you walk in the hallway and it sounds like a fucking airplane's taking off. You know, you get out, you're like, I gotta step out for a minute before we go to bed. Like,
Is there a Piper Cub in the house?
yeah.
I think someone's doing
You're
some
like,
carpentry.
yeah, trying to let it out slowly.
You
You
give me a
know,
router
like
for
releasing a balloon. Yeah. Mhm.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. Well, it doesn't help too because I feel like the toilet is just like a fart little cave that makes
Yeah,
it like
it's an echo
echo
chamber.
Yeah.
where it's like if you're trying to like quietly shit because that's
Mm.
I mean we talked about some of my shit stories. We don't need to get into them.
Yeah.
But it's like I have IBD, inflammatory bowel, which means I basically like right after I eat, I feel like I have to poop. It doesn't mean I necessarily
Oh.
have to, but it's like my body just
Body
reacts.
starts.
Yeah, it
That's
starts
different
cooking.
than irritable bowel syndrome.
Yeah.
Because you don't actually have to shit.
Yeah, inflammatory bowel disease just means I have like a fussy stomach.
Okay.
And so really just anything going into it is going to like engage it
Yeah.
in a way. The best way I could describe it is like people who drink coffee or like smoke cigarettes. I remember especially my first cigarette of the day instantly would have to shit.
Yeah.
It feels like that, but like all the time with eating.
I
almost,
see.
is basically the difference that I've noticed. So lo and behold, anytime you like go out to eat with a lady or
Mm-hmm.
something, big fucking plate of fettuccine alfredo.
Oh boy.
That used to, oh my God. In high school, I was so shy. I'm still shy. It doesn't seem like it on this podcast, but like I'm pretty fucking
This is your safe
shy.
space.
Yeah. And if my stomach started making noises in class, I'd be like, oh my God. And I would start like sweating with my face turned bright red, and I'd be like, oh God.
Which
And
makes
then
it
I would
even more
know.
obvious.
Then I'd be like, now I have swamp ass, and I'm just like, we have to stand up at the end of this fucking class. I'm just gonna be like, I got a sweaty butt. Oh my fucking God.
You probably got
And my
khakis
stomach is
on.
going. I'm like, oh,
I'm fine,
God.
folks.
Yeah.
Sounds like an
Yeah.
old hound dog.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm sitting in the fucking desk contemplating jumping out the window to save myself.
Well,
Yeah.
those desks have like a hard plastic, like fake wood seat
Yeah.
where it goes like right off of it.
Yeah.
Rattles it a little.
Yeah.
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 No, I mean, I think I was lucky enough that so many girls I dated, I felt like were way out of my league that I was
Right.
like, if I blow the doors off of this, it's over.
This
I
whole
dated-
fart thing's gonna
Yeah.
take this
Yeah.
relationship down.
Yeah, like a
Can't
house of
have it.
cards.
Yep.
I
House
dated
of farts.
girls that never, like, for the whole period of time we dated, I never heard them fart once.
I used to beg girlfriends to fart.
Right on your face.
Do
it. Yeah.
I'm on the other end of a tube, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mainly because then it was like, now I can, you know.
Yeah.
But then
sure.
they don't because they.
And I was
they
saying,
don't want
Sarah
to.
does not a gassy human. I'll put that out there.
Yeah.
I've heard her fart though. But
Well,
yeah,
everyone farts like
that's true.
I don't what's the number, like 30 times a day or something crazy.
I don't know. The more it's so fun. I used to eat Fiber One bars for breakfast just so I'd be farting all day long.
It is fun.
It is. The other day, it might have been when I got home from podcasting on Wednesday, and Sarah was like, I need to take a shower. I was like, okay. And then I had just been in the bathroom. And then she's like, you know what? I'm going to let it air out for a while. I was like,
I can't get clean out.
yeah. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, having a family with one bathroom is tough sledding.
Yeah.
It's a little bad.
Dads need that half bathroom at least. They need
Yeah.
a basement, just a toilet in the corner of the basement. They
Yeah.
can go destroy.
Yeah.
Toilet with a light bulb with a string.
Yeah,
above
that's
it.
all
Yeah.
you need. Yep.
I do. I don't know how hard they are to install, but I'm seriously thinking about it. And a shower in the basement, the toilet.
A toilet in the shower would be perfect for you.
I would do that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then I just
2 for 1.
rear my ass
One of
up
those 2 for-
afterwards.
yep.
Yeah, taking my naked shit, my daily butt naked shit. Daddy's in here. They just move.
Daddy's naked down here taking a shit. What do you want?
And all I have is a curtain, like the shitting Wizard of Oz.
You see a silhouette of a shit.
Pay no attention to the man shitting behind that curtain.
It's almost artistic.
It is.
You can backlight the whole thing.
Yeah. I think the moral of the story, folks, is don't be ashamed of your poops.
No.
Or your farts. We all
I still
do it.
am. I still hate shitting in public. I do it much more.
Honestly, I feel less ashamed shitting in public, where it's like this is where it deserves to be.
Anymore, I've gotten over that pretty.
Yeah.
All the years of driving.
The
have
public shit on me
forced it.
plenty.
That's right.
So it's my turn.
That's right.
I saw the comment section of that Register article. This Hy-Vee's about to get it.
Every time you shit in public, you're just sitting in there going, "You get what you deserve."
That's right. I leave the door open. Look at me. I'm naked.
Somebody walks in. Yeah. You want some of this?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, folks.
Classing it up yet again.
Yeah.
Finishing the year strong.
Speaking of Hy-Vee, I was doing a little shopping. Didn't want to do it at Hy-Vee necessarily, but
BJB shopping.
that's where I was. I had my little cart going through the aisles, and I'm a guy who's tried a lot of different fashion trends over the years. I wore Jinkos for a while. Tried a few different hats. I was never a fedora guy, but I tried a jean jacket. That earned me the nickname Gay J for about 4 years. Things like
Yeah.
At least you earned it.
Yeah.
Gay J Siemens was the full.
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
Damn,
man.
kids are brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for a G, where I was like, I would still wear the jean jacket.
Jean jackets are cool, man.
Not back then, apparently.
No, I guess not. I had one.
That's all it took, though.
the
Like, especially
crimp.
Oh,
in
yeah.
small town Iowa. It's like,
Yeah.
No, you one small mistake, and you're done. Like it's done. It's over.
one bad haircut,
Yep.
your life's over.
Yeah.
No pussy ever again.
No.
Oh.
But I was in Hy-Vee, and so I'm hyper aware of people who are clearly very self-conscious about the shit that they're wearing.
Right. Okay.
Like, I just have a sixth sense
Yeah.
for it, where I'm
Right.
like, and so I saw this guy wearing a beret, and it could not be more obvious to me that was the first time he had ever worn it outside.
Right.
It's trying to be
New beret
chill.
energy.
Where it was just when it's something new and it's like a big kind of style swing.
Yeah.
It's
My
like
grandma got me this beret for Christmas,
Yes.
so I'm gonna try it out
Ooh.
today. Bonjour.
yeah,
Wee wee. Oh, yes.
And when you have something on like that, you are aware of the hat at all times. You know
For
what I mean?
sure.
And
Yep.
I could tell that he could feel
There was like heat, new
Yeah.
beret heat coming off of him.
Yeah.
like the way waves.
Like if
come
you
off
made fun of it,
asphalt.
he would
Yeah.
go to the bathroom and flush it down the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could just see like the radiation coming off of his head because he was
You
like,
went,
"Is it
Bonjour. Yeah.
And so I saw it, and I'm just like, it was one of those things where we just kept crossing paths throughout the grocery store, and I was like, I gotta write this down.
Yeah.
So then I'm in line checking out, starting to write it down, and then I get this little weird feeling. I look over my shoulder, and it's the guy with the beret is right behind me, and I was like, I wonder if he saw me writing down the guy with the beret in my phone. 'Cause if so, that was his worst fucking nightmare.
Someone's making a note about you in the phone. Oh no.
Worst nightmare.
That's
It'd be
bad.
funny.
That's
You have
bad.
terrible vision, so the writing is like this big on your
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah.
Like Dave's
Gay
Yeah.
beret.
Yeah. Douchebag with beret.
Yeah.
I didn't write douchebag. I did say just guy with beret
Right.
in my phone, but I was like, I bet he saw that.
But he would say "gee."
Yeah.
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 Wee wee. Oh.
Gee with beret.
But it did just flash me back to lots of fond memories of, just trying out like something that was like a little,
I
a
felt
little
that way
flashy.
with sunglasses.
Yeah, there you go.
I wouldn't wear them forever because I felt like you looked like you were trying to look cool when you wear sunglasses. So like I never wanted to look like I was trying to look cool.
Of course.
Because
So
the
it was
recipe
like-
for cool is the not trying.
Right.
Part, really.
It's an already
Can't be a
buco
try
shit.
hard.
Exactly.
That's right.
That's the
You're-
definition of this podcast.
Yeah.
We don't
Right.
try, mainly because it's cooler that way.
That's right. That's right.
Mainly.
That's why I'm the coolest person anybody knows.
Meanwhile, next episode, we will be wearing beret.
Their names on them.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, almost like you with the bubble guts in class. I could like see the heat coming
Oh,
off
yeah.
his head, where he was
Yeah.
just like, "Is anyone?" It's like you want everyone to notice it, but you don't want to be noticed too much.
Yeah.
Right. You want to look like you been
You
wearing.
want to
beret for
stand
years.
out for wearing it, but you don't want to
You don't wanna
stand
be
out
judged
for
for it.
wearing it.
Yeah, you want
Yeah.
like quiet attention.
Yes.
Where like everyone thinks you're awesome.
Please
Yeah.
approve of this stupid hat I'm wearing.
Yes.
Quiet, unanimous approval of the beret.
Mhm.
I don't think he was gonna get it.
Nods.
Nice
No
beret.
way.
Yeah.
Not when he saw the note you were writing down. He knew, like, damn, this was a big mistake.
Yeah. He went home and
Mhm.
gave that beret a Viking funeral that
Yeah.
night. Pushed it out on a little sailboat.
Yeah.
But it's just it's not even to laugh at that guy necessarily, but more. I'm
We've
like,
all been
Was
there.
he pulling
Yeah.
it
We've all
off?
been there.
Yeah.
Not only because he had new beret energy, he was not.
Yeah, I would say like a 5.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like just barely, where it's like it didn't look bad on him. It was more that you could tell he was just so in his head about it.
Yeah.
He was aware of the beret at all times.
He was probably conflicted. Should I wear the beret? Should I not? Can I pull this off? Just wear the
Was
beret.
it? It had to be. It was sideways, right?
Yeah, sort of a not quite like TI hat all the way, like defying gravity style, but just
The
like,
proper way.
just sort of
What purpose does a beret serve?
Keeps your head warm, you know, in a French way.
yeah.
We.
GI Joe kind of wore one, didn't he?
He did. That
military,
was like
yeah.
yeah.
The green
mo-
berets.
Yeah, the green berets and the guardian angels and shit.
Yeah.
Those are just goofballs that walked around New York
Yeah.
though.
They're
Yeah.
insane.
With berets. Yeah. And lifted weights.
Yeah, I think there's probably a lot of guys in the Guardian Angels that got a beret punched off their head.
Yes.
No, they got punched in
Yeah.
the head, and the beret was still there. And then it went down. Yeah.
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 Yeah, like a feather.
Don't see a lot of berets these days.
No, that's why I was like, sorry. His car rolled by.
He looks down the aisle and you're on the other end going like this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sacre and blue.
It'd be if you were just wandering around the store muttering French.
Yeah.
That would make him very comfortable, I'm sure.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah. But I love him. I love anyone getting out there trying something new.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, what was the last? I mean, Artie is pretty nice, I would say. But that's a for sure win, There's no fear. in that match.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh man. And if
Oh.
people don't,
That's
try
a
to
walking
explain.
W.
it's a Soprano shirt. Who is Artie Bucco? He just kind of got shit on all the
In the
time.
restaurant
Yeah.
burnt to the ground.
Never really won. yeah.
Kind
Yeah.
of got kicked around.
Yeah.
I just love him with that
I had to
World
do
War
what they
I
said.
rifle.
Yes.
Goes to kill.
Yeah. What are you doing? Yeah. He just lets him drive away.
Yeah.
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 I don't know what it was today. I don't know how much you guys got out. Did you work?
I went to fucking Davenport today.
Okay, so maybe you saw a little bit. I think I should have stayed home today because I feel like every single, whether it was in the car, at the grocery store, today was not the beret day. That was a different day. But just every single person was like in a bad mood, lines everywhere. I thought no one would be out and about today.
Huh.
I tried to
Everyone was out today.
I tried to mail a package. There was a line out the door, and then in the USPS place or whatever in Beaverdale, I could tell it was going to be a while because it was a lady and a guy who didn't speak English yelling at each other.
Probably the
full
guy
volume.
that hit my car.
Yeah. And I was like, I think it's going to be a minute. So then I went to UPS they wound up spending like $50 to mail something that shouldn't have cost that much. But
Oh, that sucks.
yeah, no. And then like the guy, not that I go to Fairway a lot, but there's a little butcher meat market, Fairway grocery store.
Very well known for it.
Yeah, in that
Fairway.
little area, very nice. I don't know if it was the guy's first day. He had a little chain on, but he was not very nice either.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, Fairway, people know where I work, I guess, but the Fairway managers, let's just say they can suck my ass.
In so many words.
Yeah. Not all of them. There's some good ones. So that evens it out. Nobody knows who I'm talking about.
Right.
But
There's many managers.
there is many fairways with many managers.
Mm-mm-mm.
But I would say, to generalize, fairway managers are the least happy of the grocery store managers.
Huh.
Interesting.
Also, people working in Hy-Vee product offices. Most of them are also unpleasant, but some are pleasant.
Huh.
Ladies, am I right? They know. I don't
What kind
know.
of percentage are we talking about for the
Yeah.
people that you have to interact with
That
delivering
suck?
beer that suck?
I would say about. I don't want to exaggerate. I would say generally about 15%.
15?
Yeah,
Suck.
it's fairly high, and they don't. They're
That's
just
not that high.
unpleasant. It's like I don't understand being unpleasant to someone else that is also working a crappy job. Like I'm just trying to work too, and you act like you don't. Your job isn't checking things in at a grocery store. When you work in the product office, where you check things in at a grocery store, like I know I'm inconveniencing you, but you know.
Yeah, you think it's
Help
just
me
the
out.
nature of the biz for them, or like make them being dickheads, sort of?
I don't. They're not all dickheads.
Yeah. Well,
But
50%.
those that are massive dickheads, and
Hmm.
I really don't know.
Hmm.
We do always have new products, which piss them off more than anything else.
They got to.
You're making them do their job.
I know.
no one
another
likes that.
We
Yeah.
all are kind of known for that, though. Like lots
Every
of,
week we have something new.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
Every week?
every single week.
Damn.
If not, and generally more than one thing.
So do they have someone on?
And we constantly have new breweries as well.
So obviously you have brewers, but is there someone even amongst that team that his whole job is to think of new shit?
Well, see, now we've got it.
like an Alex Carter.
We've
type?
come out
Yeah,
with
really.
so many beers over the years that they have a recipe where they, without even releasing a brand new beer, if they haven't had it in the store for like 9 months,
Mm.
they still have to re-enter it or at least reactivate it.
Mm.
So we definitely have over 52 varieties of beer and release at least one a week.
Wow,
Mm-hmm.
that's fucking nuts.
It
And you're
truly is.
canning these and stuff
Yeah.
too.
Mm-hmm.
These cans are getting put in your van, taken away.
Yep.
And told us dumps them in a river and goes home.
Yep. I just open the back, slam on the gas, and be like, "Beer's delivered, bitch. Let's go smoke some dope and get drunk." Yeah.
You hear that, Atumwa? No, they like bath salts.
Yes, true. They prefer bath salts in Ottumwa.
Anytime I hear that town's name, I think of your little joke.
I
Makes
get a
me
little.
smile.
Anytime someone says they're from Ottumwa, I get a little bit nervous.
Ottumwa 14. I will say I was in, surprisingly, Target. And I was walking around at Target. This was the day before Christmas Eve.
Okay.
And I didn't see one good-looking person there the whole time. You know?
Buddy, I've done.
And it made me
Have
think
I
of you.
discussed this with you guys that during the day in shopping areas, I don't know where all the attractive people are, but they ain't where I am ever.
They're at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in Ottumwa, multiply that by like 15.
Well, it wasn't until you started talking about it that I started even noticing it. But then I was
Yeah.
like, wow. Like when I was in Boone for my family's Christmas, not to besmirch, my alma mater here, but
Yeah.
I was like, wow,
They don't.
hanging out in
Yeah.
Walmart there.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good about myself.
Yeah, I deliver to that Walmart
Yeah.
sometimes.
I'm a Paul Newman type.
That's right. Like, oh yeah. How do you guys feel about Boone's new Brad Pitt walking into Walmart?
So handsome, we're gonna make you mayor.
Yeah. We're gonna give you the key to the city right now. We'll be right back.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, there's not. I really don't know.
Yeah, I think it might be like a time of day type of thing almost.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, surely, because I've seen plenty of hotties in Target
Right.
across the board. Where Target, of all places, is where you find them usually. It's classy Walmart.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, there was a lot of Tweety Bird pajama pants that day.
It could be the time of year also. Everybody's scrubbed up.
Could be.
I just spent the last 5 days basically only eating garbage, more so than usual.
Yeah.
Where I was like, if it's around, I'm going to fucking eat it, and I'm not even going to think about it. Like, yeah, you gave me that candy for Christmas, Alex. I forgot there was still another bag today. I was like, oh, shit, I didn't eat the Sour Patch Kids on the first night. I got another bag of candy. So, yeah.
How's your dinner tonight?
Well, tonight,
Candy, I
oh,
assume.
it will be. It'll be my dessert.
Ah,
I had Quick Star double bacon cheeseburger and cheese balls
perfect.
in Davenport. That's what I said.
Oh, they're in from a Davenport Quick Start.
That's
Even
right.
Better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Little cheese on cheese never hurt nobody.
Nope. That's basically all the 6-year-old eats.
Damn.
Loves cheese.
Yeah.
Grilled
She like
cheese.
that hippo meme of like the shredded cheese in the mouth.
Yeah. Grilled cheese, cheese quesadillas, macaroni and cheese, cheeseburger, cheese, some peanut butter and jelly in there sometimes. Mostly peanut
Gotta
butter.
break it up a little.
Yeah. Sweet banana.
Huh.
But yeah. Little kids' palates are silly.
I guess I remember
They
liking
are.
cheese quite a bit as a young person too. now that
Oh,
I
yeah.
think about it.
I try to. I don't know what I ate when I was 6. I think I just ate what they gave me and complained about it.
That'd be my guess.
Yeah,
Was there anything you absolutely wouldn't eat that was on the table?
squash.
Ooh.
I was force-fed squash when I was babysat, and I remember this dude putting this giant spoonful of squash in my mouth in the dining room table, and I barfed all over their dining room table.
I'll teach him.
Pretty cool, yeah. They're like, maybe you shouldn't have done that, buddy.
I'm trying to think if I've ever even had just straight up squash. Maybe
I
like
hate it to this day, and I'll eat
especially
anything.
after that.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I was never a. I hated the canned green beans,
Yeah,
like the ones that you would usually see on top of like a green bean casserole.
right.
Those were at almost every meal.
Oh yeah,
Could never eat them.
they're kind of gross. I
I like the fresh ones.
I thought I would like canned asparagus because I like asparagus. Have you ever had canned
I
asparagus?
don't think I have.
It is straight up asparagus mush in a can, and it was horrific. My uncle swore by it. He would eat, my dead uncle, go figure. He would eat a can of asparagus a day, and he was jacked till he was old. I was like, And I remember this wasn't that long ago. I was like, I'm gonna buy a can of asparagus.
Just like my uncle.
I
Yeah.
might get Jack too.
Yeah. It was truly disgusting.
A can of asparagus.
Mhm.
His piss must have been crazy.
It depends on
Oh.
if you have that gene or not.
Oh, is that a part
Yeah,
of it?
it's like 60% of people get stinky piss from asparagus.
Oh.
I do, for sure.
Oh,
And
I
it's
do too.
hilarious.
Forget.
I'm not
Or if
really
you
saying-
forget you ate asparagus
Yeah,
and you're
you're
like,
like-
what the fuck is going on?
Did I get an
Why is my dick
STI?
farting? Yeah,
Why is my
yeah. Yes. Uh,
Yeah, there's some things that just don't hold up to canning. Like tomatoes seem to be just fine.
Yeah.
Like certain things.
I don't mind canned green beans. They're not nearly as soft as the asparagus was.
Yeah. They just seem all mush.
just big waterlogged
Yeah.
vegetables?
I just
Mhm.
can't get down with it. Carrots, I don't mind out of a can. Those are okay.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't like canned carrots very much, I guess. like the peas and carrots. They're so soft.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
It's impressive how long they stay. Like, is that just keeping that air out of it?
Yeah. There's a TikTok of a dude that opens up food that's like 100 years old, like MREs from
Yeah, I've
old
seen that.
wars and shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty fascinating.
Are the MREs
He'd be like,
still
this is
okay?
this is a 100-year-old cookie. It's also kind of fascinating to see the crazy weird cans and can openers they used to use. But
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah.
Does he actually try to eat any of it?
Yeah.
or- Wow. That guy's
If
gonna
it's-
die.
yeah. There's a guy that eats canned fish too from all over the world.
Uh,
That one is like, oh, I get it. I get why people are watching, and I get why it's disgusting. But
Nice little sardine.
mm-hmm,
Yeah. You unroll the little top there. And
mm-hmm. I like sardines. Of course I do.
Yeah.
of course.
I like putting anchovies in my like pizza sauce and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's all blended up.
Right. People, that's one of the main ingredients of Caesar salad. I found out recently.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Anchovies. In actual Caesar salad, I doubt at
Right.
most
The one they
places.
Yeah.
they make with like a mortar and pestle
Yeah.
and all that.
Mm.
Have you been seeing that butter churning lady little video that's been going around? Where it's a lady
think
sitting
I-
there like
Yes. Yep. Got that wrist action. Yeah. I've seen it. yeah.
insert any headline.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
She's like, "Ooh, the cream pops up sometimes." I'm like, "How can you make this?"
Because she's got a
hot dog?"
towel over it
Yeah.
too. That's right.
Come on, lady.
She's got the gluck, you know, looking
Mm.
3,000 handwork. Yeah, crazy.
Yep. What do you think? I wonder if I could even, because there's things I just don't really eat, but I would say the food I hate the most is squash.
Yeah, you have that aversion from your childhood.
Yeah. What about you, fellas?
I mean, the canned green beans is up there.
Okay.
I hate olives of all kinds. Olives are
I
too much.
want to like olives so, like, I want to like them, and I eat them. And
Ugh.
every time I eat one, like a big old green olive, I'll be like, finally, today's the day I like olives. And I go this.
It's like getting the rollerblades.
Yeah. Yes.
like it.
Yeah. Yes.
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
I don't mind a little black olive like on a pizza.
I don't mind. Yeah, olives as a part of something
Yeah,
don't seem to bother me, but olives alone.
I've had
Olives ruin everything.
I had
That's all you can taste then, especially black olives. Ooh.
dude, the girl I dated in college. After I got kicked out of the dorms, she had to bring me food from food service, and she knew I hated olives. And she brought me a sandwich, which she had covered in black olives on the inside. Yeah, and
Did it
I was
fuck
like,
with you,
yeah, absolutely. It's the same girl that farted in my mouth.
What a good
Pretty
No
funny.
problem in
She
that
was pretty
relationship.
funny, I will say. But yeah, and I took a bite of that. I was like, yeah, I almost threw up. Good story.
Did
I'm
you
glad I
know
told it.
instantly?
No, not because I was like chewing, and
Yeah,
I
you're
was like,
Thanks for the sandwich, babe.
yeah, and I was like, there's really something in this. I clearly, yeah, and I didn't,
Reject.
and not knowing what it was made it even worse
Yeah.
almost.
Man.
Yeah, you're just
Yeah.
confused then.
Yeah.
Your brain doesn't know what to do.
It's like getting a jelly bean in a jar of fucking M&Ms, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Does
Where you're
not
like-
compute.
And they're like, you're like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. They have to be peanut M&Ms.
That makes sense.
Otherwise, you'd know. It's happened to me.
So much candy laying around. You get
That's
them all
right.
mixed up.
Yeah, because I know like some of them are just obvious, like raw oysters. I've tried a few times.
Yeah, I couldn't hang. And I
Yeah.
love cooked.
I'll eat
oyster.
them sometimes. But
You
I'm
just
like,
swallow
I'm not
'em though,
enjoying
right?
this
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
all.
I chewed them,
Yeah.
and I was like, there is no fucking way people really like these.
Yeah, that's sort of how I felt.
Yeah, I was like,
This is
I
like a
just,
show off.
I couldn't
Yeah.
believe it. And there's a few foods like that, and I think that is number one. Because I really do like cooked oysters. I like oyster stew, where it's like milk
Yeah.
and butter and oysters.
Seafood pasta.
That's it. Love seafood
Family
pasta.
tradition.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But a raw oyster, I thought I would love, and I was like, this is a bowl. This is a half shell of snot with sand in it.
Hmm.
Tastes like salty snot
Yes.
from the ocean.
And I made the mistake, and the guy was like, "Oh, you don't chew." I was like, "You don't chew? What's the fucking point?" And I was like, oh, I see.
You gotta
The point is to not fucking throw up.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
swallow it like a load.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I love, clams, all that shit, mussels,
yeah. Clams
and
Casino is good.
uncooked
I've been
oyster. Yeah.
there. Well,
Sea louse.
yeah,
Mhm.
Don't forget
a
that.
delicacy.
I found a sea louse. Yeah. It was pretty crazy.
It was a big one by the
Yeah.
sounds of it too.
Yep.
I
Kate was there.
one that comes
Nell.
to mind is just like a slice of ham. I could never see it, smell it, or taste it ever again. I think it reminds me of like school lunch too much
Really?
or something.
Mm.
But like just a slice of ham does nothing for me. I love
That's
pulled pork
hilarious because I have a plastic bag full of ham. Well, formerly full of ham in my.
for me.
There's like 2 more pieces left, but
Yeah.
Sarah, the other night, Sarah goes, "Remember? Don't forget, there's ham." I was like, "Yeah, I've been
I'm
eating
not
it.
gonna forget.
Yeah, it's almost gone. There's ham. Give me a break." Yeah,
You don't have to tell Toll.
yeah. I do.
Yeah.
I'll go through periods where I don't want to eat.
He's like a truffle pig.
I try to eat. I might go back to this too, where I only eat birds and fish and fowl,
Yeah.
because I feel pretty bad for pigs and stuff. But
Yeah.
if it's
They're
already
smart.
dead and somebody's handing it to me,
Pulled pork is the only reason I would have a hard time quitting the pig.
yeah.
Like I can move on from bacon. I think all right, bacon's nice, but it's not something that's in my life all the
It's
time.
not so great that
Pulled
I
pork.
have to have it. None of it. I mean, I can.
Bacon's getting a little played out finally.
Yeah.
We've been bacon crazy for like a decade.
It's
now.
so. It got kind of stupid. I went on that
It
rant
did.
a while back where bacon was. I was like, bacon is the Cabbage Patch Doll of food. Where it's like it's not that. I mean, it's good. I get it, but it's not like everybody's creaming their fucking jeans over bacon.
Yeah.
Like, relax.
Yeah. Kind of like
Goddamn.
avocado.
Yeah.
Where it was like enough about the avocado.
Yeah, I really don't like avocado that much.
It's
or
okay. It's
guacamole.
good for you.
Yeah, it's
I got
good.
introduced to it because of Fighting Burrito. Because before I was like, fuck avocados, fuck guac. It's pretty, you know, it looks real nice, but it's almost like tofu where it has to be with something else.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have a
Yeah.
lot of flavor on its own. You
Yeah.
know, you kind of have to work it into something. So it's not a standalone piece.
It is a good. It's one of the like perfect foods, right?
Mhm.
Fat and
That's
all
what I
that shit.
hear. That's what Big Avocado wants you to think.
Right.
That's right.
That's right. My vegetarian friend Nate, friend of the podcast,
Oh, is
he was going
vegetarian?
off about how much we should all be eating beans.
Oh, beans are where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like beans. He's like, you don't understand, guys. Beans.
There's garbanzo?
Yeah, yeah. Black beans, kidney beans. All right, buddy.
All right.
I do get it. There's a lot of protein in beans and fiber.
You're like, I'm trying to vape.
That's all that really matters. Yeah.
I'm on my break right now.
Speaking of.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it. I like. I guess chickpea wouldn't be a bean. Seems close though.
I think
It
I mean
is,
they are
technically.
chickpeas are garbanzo beans.
Yeah, it's a bean.
Same thing.
Oh, they are the same thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know if
How
they're
about that,
technically
folks?
beans because like green beans
Yeah.
aren't really beans, are they? Because the bean is like inside, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Mhm.
This is one of those topics where we just
Here we go. Oh yeah.
Right over our heads.
You know what we're talking
On
about?
beans.
Beans.
Beans has stumped us
Beans.
once
Yeah,
again.
the bean community is
Technically,
gonna be on
uh,
fire
yeah.
about
Technically, peanuts are beans.
this. Yeah,
All
it's
right.
like the quantum chip clip
That's
we put
true.
out. Where it's like these guys are fucking idiots.
I know you guys made it. Like,
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, that was so funny. Yeah, someone actually thought that they were like, you guys look like you'd be the type of guys to make something like that. And I was like, first off, thank you.
Yes.
That you think we would be quantum computing on any level is kind of flattering, honestly.
I'm quantum computing on every level.
Yeah, the guy
At
in
all
the Artie
times.
Bucco shirt.
I never lose, bitch.
Can I hit your quantum vape for a second?
Loop.
I just want to make sure you don't hit it. You know?
Doing Toll a favor.
Yeah, I'll finish her off for you.
AJ started vaping when he was 13 and quit when he was 33.
Were there vapes 10 years ago? Yeah, I guess
There were.
That just tripped me out hearing someone else say my age. I was like, damn, I guess I am 33.
Gross.
You know, hearing it like out of my own head.
Training someone that's 20 years younger than you today, I was like, what the fuck has my life become? What am I doing in this goddamn van?
That finally hit you today?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Just kidding, job. Keep those bennies
Yeah.
coming. And that paycheck, I guess.
Yeah.
And you'll just keep dumping beer out of the back.
Yeah.
Slam it on the-
Perfecto.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I love the
Yeah.
idea that you pull up in the
Ka-ching,
back of a
ka-ching.
grocery
Yeah.
store, just roll down the window, beer's here.
Yeah, I just
Over
roll
the
to it
back,
somewhat. Yeah.
Just flies out into the loading dock.
Mhm. I don't know. They signed for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing someone that was 33. I think they were coming to like pick up someone from a dance or something like that, like an
Yeah.
older brother or whatever. And I was like, wow,
Yeah.
your fucking life's over. know?
Yes.
Like just like
Yeah.
trying to wrap my head around that age.
Yeah.
Well, it gets worse. I'm gonna be 49 in a couple days, and I was talking to Angela about this the other night. Like, I don't understand my age anymore.
Yeah.
Because I'll hear someone's 42, and I'm like, 42? That's fucking old. And I'm like, I blew past that a long time ago.
Yeah.
I'm so, or like
Right.
someone's 38. Ugh. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, like I'm beyond. I'm almost 50.
Yeah.
Like I don't have any
Yeah.
concept of age anymore.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all I don't understand how old I am. I don't like you're like a few years younger than me in my head.
Right.
In my head, too,
Absolutely.
You're a
kind
few
of,
years younger than me, and you're
Yeah.
like maybe a couple more. But there's
Yeah.
like I just my brain doesn't get it.
And it's fun. It makes everyone else, like, I'm not that old.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro,
And I'm like,
I'm 22,
Yeah,
dog.
right.
Like, oh, right.
No.
I could be your dad, you mean?
I would get that from like the comedians that were starting at the club.
Yeah.
They were,
Oh,
like-
yeah.
they were like, I can't wait to see where I am when I'm your age. I was like, what the fuck are you talking
Yeah.
my age.
Yeah.
You picked out the plot yet,
It is
Grandpa?
funny, man. It changes your whole perspective. Yeah. There's a great Nate Bargatze bit about this exact thing, about him
course.
hanging out with 20-year-olds and being 40, and then them talking about a 42-year-old. He's like, "Oh, gross.
Yeah,
that's fucking old." He's like, "I'm with you guys. I'm one of the young ones."
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's even like some of the people that will come down in the Beechwood. I'm like, I feel creepy being in the same room as these people now. Like I feel like I shouldn't be here anymore. Like I'm at
Yeah.
a
I know.
young nightclub.
I know. It's a bunch of youngsters coming in.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're supposed to be doing something else for a while. You haven't got pooped out of society into a comedy scene yet.
Right.
You got to wait your turn there, young guys.
Yeah. But there'll be some young people like
But they're great. So.
yeah, like gleefully watching comedy. I'm like, are you
Oh, I
sure?
know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know those three dudes.
Like mustache guy or
Yeah,
whatever.
They're legitimately like, oh, you guys are pretty good for three young dumb guys. You know, we're
Yeah.
old dumb guys. So,
Yeah.
but like watching, like they're like, this is great, and I'm
Yeah.
like, shit,
Yeah. Welcome to the dojo.
bitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the old fat guy dojo.
This is where we train.
Yeah. Yes. Now bring me my M&Ms.
Yeah, because I was even talking, because now it's to the point where I can sort of talk to my niece, the youngest niece. She's I think about 12 now.
Oh,
So we can fully conversate. I'll ask her about 6th grade, 7th grade, whatever grade she's in these days. And oh God, I just lost what I was about to fucking say.
Your niece, age, you can talk to her
You
now.
can talk to her now.
Nah.
That's what's
gone.
weird.
It's
Talking
gone.
to a,
That's what happens when you get older. you
That's
know?
right.
I think it's weird talking to a 6-year-old that can read, because like I'll forget. You like, what are you doing? This girl is 6.
Yeah.
Like what? She
read better
doesn't.
than
She
me?
doesn't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I'll be like, oh yeah, she's like she doesn't know this stuff.
Yeah.
Like I should stop talking about my social life. But, no, it is funny though. But then when you hit like 12, that is like you can think adult things.
Yeah, it's to the weird point now where I can tell she's uncomfortable being around the adults that saw her grow up, because I think it like reminds her that she was a baby at one point and she
Right.
wants to be taken seriously as
Right,
an adult.
right.
Oh,
That's like a
yes.
whole phase that they enter, it seems like, because I've seen it with all of my nieces and nephews at this point,
Oh yeah.
where it's like they're obsessed with you for a while when they're kind of sub 10 years old, where they're like super excited to see you.
Yeah.
At least as an uncle, I can say that.
Oh yeah.
And then at a certain point, you walk in and they're like, "What's up, pussy?"
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Yeah. I do, yeah, my nieces and nephews, same thing. I used to see them, they'd jump all over me, like, throw me, like, do this.
Yeah.
Wrestling around, playing. And then one day they're just like, "Hey," and you're like,
Right.
"Hey, how's it going?" Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Like, all right, well, I'll talk to you in 5 years, and then
Yeah.
they come back around.
Yeah.
It is strange. Like, yeah.
They have a couple zits on their face, like "fuck you."
Fuck you.
It's very funny. All kids go through that. I mean, we all did. Like
Oh, yeah.
once puberty kicks in, you're like, oh, like a whole level of awareness of yourself. It's like, oh,
I'm just
Yes.
gonna be
And then you're
angry
like,
over
"Fuck
here in
everything."
Boner City.
Yes.
Yeah. That's where I live now.
Yeah. Yeah.
never left.
Nope.
I just so desperately want them to think I'm cool, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
I'll do that by being a smug jerk for several years.
Yes.
Kind of works.
It works.
Does kind of. They're a little bit like at a certain age they do become like cats, where it's like the less attention you give them, the more they kind of come around.
Yeah. Like, come here.
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah. They're like,
But if you just don't look at them,
That's
they're
what
like
I
the
do.
ghosts in Mario.
Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah. Like, whoop.
Yeah. Yeah. My oldest nephew. I guess I only have one nephew, but he is the oldest as well. Yeah. He wants to go to welding school, so I got him some welding gloves, and I was like,
Nice.
yeah, I felt like that was kind of cool.
That is.
You know, but it did not seem like even in the top 5 coolest thing he got at Christmas, and I was like,
Yeah, I thought about a bunch of
Bullshit.
great stuff for Christmas. And I was all this, like, looks cool on the internet. You know, not as great in person.
Always.
Shyla asked me about my light up globe because I got a light up globe. You know, what I'm talking about
Mhm.
like, the one that spins and it's lit from
The
internally.
inside. Yeah.
I would see him in movies and stuff as a kid, and I was like, that is the coolest shit ever. Then I was hoping it'd like inspire me to travel a little.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
That's what was missing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, what I need is a map.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then I'll leave this place.
That's right.
Yeah.
Also, I need tens of thousands of dollars.
It's a big world out there.
It is.
I need to get myself acclimated with this
Yeah.
globe.
I'm thinking Malaysia.
Yeah.
I turn the globe a little every day.
You bring any weapons?
Yeah. Yeah. This must be an old globe because USSR on it.
Yeah.
Weird. But I got a light up globe. I was very excited. It was a gift to myself via
Nice.
Amazon. And I don't know what my problem is exactly, but I just can't seem to look at the dimensions of things.
Oh.
You know?
Okay.
So it showed up and it was like about this tall. And I thought it'd be like a full size, you know,
You
globe
thought
to
it'd be
me,
like
like a
Yeah.
basketball size.
Yeah.
It's like what I think of it as a globe that you like see in school. I used to have a non-light up one, you know. And I
I've
swear
learned,
they
that
do.
I've learned that lesson enough now. The
Oh.
whole dimensions. 'Cause you see something like, that's very cool. That's a good price. And then you're
Yeah.
like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's 17 centimeters tall. How many inches is that? You're like, it's like this big. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exactly what happened with the globe. It had I bought a whole like chaise / couch thing
This
That's-
globe is going to turn everything around.
that showed up like dollhouse size,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
It's crazy.
I was like, what? And so,
That is
but then if I
crazy.
buy like, so I'll buy a globe, wrong size. Buy a chaise lounge, yeah, dollhouse size. Buy a bag of rice. I think it's like just a normal bag of rice. It's like 35 pounds. Or whatever. It's like I can
Yeah,
never
yeah.
get it. It's never what I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. Because I did buy a bag of rice, where I was like, oh, I couldn't find the type of sushi rice I wanted. And I was like, oh, great, Amazon has it, $20. This must be a reasonable bag of rice.
No.
It was literally 25-pound bag of
Yeah.
rice. Now I have a duffel bag of rice
Nice.
that I have to. Like,
Doesn't really go bad though, does it?
no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it will come in handy, but it's still like.
Can
now
I
got-
borrow some rice?
Yes, go ahead.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, everybody's getting rice for Christmas next year.
Couple handfuls.
I didn't. Oh, 5 pounds of rice.
I bought potting soil again, giant bag. Where I was
Yeah.
like, the prices to the size and everything is so confusing to me.
Yeah.
It's like, no one wants a globe that small.
Yeah.
First
No.
off, you know,
Oh.
did you not know this was like a lifelong childhood dream of mine
Right.
to get? And so now
That's
it's
why sometimes I wish that, like, I guess I didn't do it this year even, but there's something to be said for buying things in stores. You know?
I prefer to.
Yes.
But it's just it's hard to do that now.
Yeah.
You can get some stuff. but a lot of stuff you can't.
Especially when the internet is like, somebody's going to like this thing. And I'm like, yeah, they are. I don't have to do anything.
I don't have to leave my couch or
Yeah,
nothing.
Yeah.
Well, I
keep
wonder
sitting here and farting all day.
Yeah.
and it might be I don't know if self-fulfilling prophecy is the right phrase for this, but I wonder if it's a bit of the stores also knowing that, so then they carry less specialty stuff that they normally maybe
Right.
would carry to try to cover that spread. And then that all goes to online.
Right.
And then you got people like me being like, seems like a great deal.
Well, I went to Five Below and saw a handful of things that I had purchased, not the same brand, so I guarantee they were probably crappier, I hope. But it was like the exact same thing for $5 that I paid $37 for or whatever. And I was like,
Oh.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Amazon. If you're looking for like a kitchen appliance, like a hand mixer or something, like I need a hand mixer. Okay, go to Amazon, look at the reviews, whatever, and there'll be like 30 of them, and they all look exactly the same,
Yeah.
and they all have weird names that a Chinese company said. This sounds American.
Yeah.
and it's all just weird iterations.
Cuisinart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But and then some of them are like $20 and some are $29, but it's all the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's weird.
And they all have, 5,000, and it's like 5,000 reviews, 4 stars. But then you go look at the reviews, and it's like, did they write these
Yeah.
themselves?
I try to get away from the first like 20
Yes.
sponsored fucking. and get
Avoid
to
the sponsors for sure.
Yeah.
And then Amazon will be like, overall pick, Amazon's choice. It's like, well,
Yeah. It's pretty weird, man.
I don't like it.
No.
It even goes to the. I actually had a note about the algorithm. The algorithm is officially bullshit because I posted a lovely clip from this podcast. 1 view, 3 likes. How does that happen?
I honestly do wonder that sometimes.
Like, it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
That's just the 3 of us liking it and not bothering to
I
watch
guess.
it.
I was like, you'd have to view it to even like it.
Yeah.
How does that even happen? One of my this is going back to Christmas, but I had forgot to mention it when we were with Danny because we were just having a hoot
Yeah. Yeah.
with our boy Danny.
Hoot and a half.
But one of my family's favorite stories to talk about is one time my mom got really angry at my younger brother for drinking. I think it was like an entire gallon of milk.
Okay. Yeah.
That happened in our house too.
Yeah. I've
She was
witnessed
like,
it.
"God damn it, Spencer, you fat dumbass!" She called him a fat, and that was like the only time she'd ever like cussed at or called him like a
Yeah.
name like that. But she was just so frustrated at the milk being because I think maybe she needed to cook or something like that. And she called him a fat dumbass, and that comes up every single year. And then we just start calling each other fat dumbass.
Yeah.
It takes the party by storm every year.
Yeah. You fat dumbass.
It's just a great,
Yeah.
there's a great ring to it.
There is. It's nice.
He wasn't even like that fat or anything.
Right.
Mom was just mom had a day.
Yeah.
One of them days.
That was
yeah,
that was it.
cracking me up. Yeah, I already talked a little bit about. Yeah, I was gonna say traffic was insane. I was getting cut off left and right, and people. I hate when people. I call it bending the corner, but I don't know if there's a different word for it. But wait, it's like so. Say I'm sitting here at a stoplight, and someone's coming like this and then turning.
Mhm.
But they'll come and they'll
Yeah.
cut the corner on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they're almost like hitting the front of my car.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then they're giving me the finger.
And you didn't even move.
No,
Yeah.
where it's
Yeah.
like,
I'm on the line, bro.
and I
Yeah.
can't back up because someone's behind me, and it's like
Yeah.
you're the one like not.
Driving like an idiot.
Yeah, you're not.
Nothing. I will.
And then flipping me off.
Yeah, and I will remember that when things like that happen. It have seared in my brain because nothing makes me angrier
Yeah.
than somebody getting after me in traffic for something that they did.
Yeah, it goes back to the murder thing where
Yeah.
I'm like, well,
Yeah.
somebody cuts me
Yeah,
off
yeah.
like that, I'll build a little ghost gun myself.
Yeah.
It felt like driving in a Facebook comment section the whole day. Where I was just
That's
like,
funny because on the interstate to Davenport and Muscatine, I was like, damn, maybe this is like fucking taking a day off driving today. Because normally it's horrible. 80 east and 80 west from Davenport, 80 east to Davenport. There is so much goddamn traffic, and I'm driving into the sun on the way there and into the sun on the way back, depending on what time I'm in, what time of year.
coast
But
to coast.
it just fucking sucks,
to
dude.
coast.
That's right. And today I was like, oh shit, this is like a relaxing journey where there's very much less traffic because a lot of truckers still have some time off, I think, and a lot of people just aren't out traveling. Most people are done with that now.
Yeah.
Pretty nice today.
Not on my drive. Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, it's just crazy to be like the person who's clearly doing the incorrect thing and then flipping me off. And there's something about it where I'm like, you flip me off?
Yeah, I had a dude.
I'm about to be Artie Bucco.
I had a car pull out right in front of me. Like traffic's moving, and he pulled out of a gas station. Just like he could have, he just needed to wait, but he didn't want to, and he ripped out in front of me, and like put his brakes on. I'm like, dude, and so I laid on my horn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he rolls his window and gives me the thumbs down.
I'm
like, damn, dude. And I was so mad, but then I'm like, dude, I fucking love the thumbs down.
I've had at work.
Thumbs down is where it's at. No, just hit him with that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like it.
He just disliked your video on YouTube.
Yeah.
I've had somebody cut me off and then flip me off. I'm like, what the? And I've tried to chase him down, but I was working, so I was like, maybe I should stop doing this. And I've gotten out of a car before more than once. I had a little anger issue every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
One time I remember I was in a parking lot. I was going, I'm not kidding, 1.5 miles per hour, like this. Moving, looking around this parking lot, and this fucking white trash biatch goes, "Turn your fucking blinker on!" And I was like, what? And I was like, she couldn't possibly be talking to me. Oh no, she was. And I was about to get out of the van and beat this woman to death.
Throw a keg at her like Donkey Kong.
Yes. I was about to dump all the beer on her. But yeah, things like that I never forget. It's kind of crazy, actually.
I mean, yeah, it gets on you. I said that Facebook comment section thing, but that was the only thing that reminded me of like that seething anger that I feel while driving. Because there's something about people feel protected, sort of like they do on the internet.
Yes,
they feel protected in a car in a way.
That
they drive like assholes. That they're willing to cut you off, possibly cause an accident because they just feel bulletproof.
Pick like nobody's watching.
Yeah. But then you see some guy get out with a keg in his hand, and you're like, I guess we're in real life.
Yeah.
Oh,
I told
a
a guy telling me after I got out of the car, he's like, "What are you doing, man?" He was like, "You're in the wrong lane." I go, "You were in the wrong fucking lane." It was fun.
Yeah.
You threw the Fiat at him.
Yeah. Yep. I was carrying my car at the time when I talked to him.
You put it in a phone holster and walked up to him. Need to put my car on vibrate. One second. Yeah. But because I am very much not really a road rage person. It's not something that I've struggled with a lot, but as I've gotten older, the disrespect is crazy. You know what I mean? Just like the way people disrespect other people on the road.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I am a human being. I have been lifting weights recently. I will get out of the.
Hey.
I got a Godzilla T-shirt on.
That's right.
I'm not to be trifled.
Yeah. There is. It's also that feeling of like there's nothing you can really do about it, and you want to like, what could I
know.
It's like the
you
comment
you're
section.
like, I'm going to follow them home. I'm going to light their car on fire. I'm going to break their door down. I'm going to go in. I'm going to steal their TV. And like all these.
Yeah. When I pop this guy's head like a zit in front of his kid, he'll know he did something wrong.
Right. And the kid will too.
I'll be like, remember this, kid. Remember this trauma forever. Match it to this face. And in the future, come after me.
Yeah.
Avenge
some
your
sort
father's
of
death.
revenge movie. Yeah. And then I'll kill you too. Don't worry about it.
Yes.
I don't condone murder though.
Be clear.
To be clear.
Yes. In any situation.
Yeah. Fear the old man in a world where men die young.
That's right.
Yes. I mean, there are people who have commented or left reviews, mainly like commented on Facebook stuff related to like the club and shit. That I was like, I wanted to.
I feel like
I almost paid for like a benverified.com where I was gonna like find out where they live, shit like that. Then I'll see them commenting hateful shit on other businesses' stuff. Where I'm like, is this your whole thing? Mm-hmm. This is what you do?
I feel like anymore that I've gotten over that because it's so stupid and you realize that when you react to it, you are literally doing exactly what they wanted you to do,
Right.
even if they don't know that's what they wanted you
Yeah,
to do.
I had that. So this was probably a few days ago. It's post Christmas. Who knows what day anymore? And the shop's been closed, and I've gotten not a ton of phone calls, but some. And sometimes I'll answer, and sometimes I'm like, I'm just not. We're closed.
Yeah.
I'm not. So this number called like 3 times in a row. I'm just like, so finally I answer, and this guy's like, yeah, I have a question about your business. Okay, yeah. Oh, when are you guys opening? Oh, well, we're closed right now we have a winter break between Christmas and New Year's. We'll be open on the 2nd. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Why were you closed? And this is usually where I get steaming mad.
Yeah. Yeah.
You heard me, mother.
But I'm just like, I go, well, my employees and I like to spend time with our families over the holidays. So we took the week off. The 1 week we're closed a year. Oh, wow. I came to the so he wanted me to start apologizing to him. He's like, oh, I went to the shop, but I just didn't know. I didn't know. Man, oh man. And he was goading
Yeah.
me into being like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm just like, no, we're
No.
fucking closed. I don't owe you. I don't
Yeah.
owe you anything.
No.
This is a business and we're not open right now.
Yeah.
And that's fine. You didn't get a
Yeah.
fucking scoop of ice cream today, bud.
Yeah.
But I didn't say any of that. I didn't. I knew what he was trying to like pull
Cool,
me
calm,
into,
and
and I
collected.
just was like, "Yep," and we're not open, and I'm just silence, and I'm like, "Let's." But this is like
Yeah.
a 2-minute long conversation.
The
Just being
entitlement
like,
of
wow.
morons.
Oh, I know. That's what strikes it. That's the core of this whole
Yeah.
thing is weird entitlement
Yes.
to something that's yours. I mean,
Yes.
it's a business
Yeah.
that's for the public, but
But it's a
I
transaction.
call the shots, baby. Like it's what it is, and I don't owe you.
Yeah, it's a transaction.
Yeah,
Like he didn't pay to be there to, you know what I mean? Like he
Right.
didn't have to pay, even though he showed up and it was closed or something like
Yeah.
that. He could say he wasted like time or something, but he also could have easily looked at social media or any of the avenues.
Especially if your
for-
response is, we like to spend time with our families. It's like, well, yeah, but
Yeah, that
you were
yeah.
close.
Right. That was his response.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just didn't know. Like I was like, oh, you didn't tell me. What I'm gonna call. Hello, customer.
Yeah.
We'll be closed. Thank you. Hello. Like call everyone, let
Yeah.
everyone know. Post it all on social media, all that shit, and then
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, just the entitlement people feel towards things that have nothing to do with them is
Yeah.
bananas.
Yeah, I mean, I catch myself stupidly believing that the world like is a pretty good place sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
It's cute to think that.
I remember that article about the club came out on Facebook and all
Oh.
that stuff.
hmm
And I would watch people arguing for us because I didn't get in it other than to like clarify one thing for someone. But even that person saw that I gave the clarifying information, disregarded all of it.
Yeah, that's not what they're there for.
Yeah. And I was just like, oh, I'm stupid for thinking you weren't stupid.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Because there'll be people confronted with information directly from the horse's mouth.
Yep.
Yeah.
I am the horse.
Yes. And I'm in good faith
A
telling
stallion,
you
if you
Yes,
will.
indeed.
this. AJ
Yes.
Beef Stallion.
Yes, a wild bronco of a man in the comment section being like, this is what is actually happening. And they're like, nah.
Yes. Based off you. Based off an article they did not read.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hilarious when you can tell they never read it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so
Yeah.
great. But watching people, like other people give them relevant information, people that we're not asking to do this, just people that know the club or this or that. Just, I mean, like wanting to be right about being wrong about something. Yeah, it's great. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even- it's fucking wild.
What I figured out what it is because whenever I talk to anyone online, which I really don't like anymore. Like
I used to live for it.
I don't. I know.
And then
It
I,
used to be
like,
fun back in
oh,
the day,
yeah.
but now
Yeah.
it's no fun. But I used to think everyone was like basic. I'm meeting people like that are like. I imagine them to be like me or us,
Yes.
normal people.
Yeah.
Normal people.
Maybe they're having a bad day or something, but for the
But
most
then you
part,
realize some of these people, you're like, these are. Imagine like you're thinking way too high of these people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
That's
that's how
absolutely
they're
true.
spending their time and that's how they're acting, Oh boy, they are.
I mean, a lot of these
Yeah.
people, I was like, you should be on Shutter Island right now.
Buddy, I saw a woman freak out at a Casey's in Ottumwa because she was getting a hamburger for her husband, and this place was packed. There was so many people in there, and they didn't have any cold bottled water. And she was like, "What the fuck is this? Blah blah blah." It's like, "I take warm water home to my husband." It was like,
Oh my
like,
god.
oh my god! Like people were just.
Yeah, it's the
it was
entitlement feels
crazy
like the best
because
word
they
for it.
brought her out of a new case of water, but
Yeah.
it was warm, and it was like that wasn't good enough. It's like you can see they're swamped.
Yeah.
There's nothing any of these morons
Yes.
that work at Casey's can do.
Yes.
No offense, Casey's. I'm just kidding you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was at Casey's, I think the day after Christmas, getting a little breakfast pizza.
yeah.
There you go.
But I got there, I was like 10, 15, and I got there and they had none. I was like, oh. I'm like, damn, you snooze, you lose.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking around to see if maybe they're working on another one. I'm like, I'll take a couple laps, maybe another one will come out.
Yeah.
And then this lady comes up and sees the same thing, and she just goes off on
Yeah.
them. And it's like, what do you want?
Yeah.
There's no guarantees for anything. Just
No.
Yeah. Do you live your life that way?
No, that's what I mean. Like, it would never cross my mind to just go off on people.
Well, I think that's why it's so hard for me. Like now, basically the only way I can stop it from completely fucking up my life, because I do have enough stuff, whether it be the shows or the club. I do have to be out in the world kind of in
Yeah.
that way, like the businesses and stuff.
Yeah.
The business is kind of an extension of you. Because, yeah, when people
Yes.
hate it, like we got that review from that terrible comedian the day after Christmas, 2
Right.
stars on a club that hadn't been open for
Yeah.
6 months. I was
Right.
like, where's the Christmas spirit?
Yeah, yeah.
He was like, this place sucks. Bring back Last Laugh. I was like, no comedian ever has said that.
Yeah. I also found it very funny that he gave you 2 stars.
Yeah.
Like, why 2? What is?
Just hit us with the one. dog.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah. But like I'm someone, and this isn't a holier than thou thing. I'm almost like the fart thing a little, where it's like I'm so like not wanting to do that to other people.
Yeah.
Like I have never
Yeah.
I have never sent a meal back in my entire life. Any bad review I wrote, which I wrote one for like a restaurant in Ames when I was in my early 20s.
Right.
I deleted that like the next day because I felt bad or whatever.
Well, you know, something has to be so bad.
Yeah.
Like
for
you
me
feel
to
like you
complain
have to
about it.
warn the general public.
Yes.
like a turd on a plate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where you have to be like, this is because
Yeah.
a couple of Fall Fest ago, we went to, I won't even say where we went because I like the place, but we went to a place to eat, and they were taking forever. And when they brought out the kids' food, it was disgusting. And I was like, yo, we just wanted this mac and cheese not to be gross, and it took 45 minutes, and it's clearly from a box. Like, what is the deal here? And it's still
Yeah.
gross. And I still tipped them, but I was just like,
Yeah.
heads, I want you to know that this was unacceptable to a degree. But it has to be, like, to get me to do that at a business, even if the business is horrible, I'm like, whatever, that'll work itself out, you know?
That's what I.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to deal. This isn't my place.
No.
I don't know.
And like
And in
Any
general,
of-
just with other people, like being unpleasant in general, I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah,
why
what
are
you
you
doing?
being a pissy bitch?
yeah.
Like, I just don't understand it.
There's definitely times I'm out in the world and I'm grumpy, but that is all internal.
Right.
You know, like I might just be kind of stone faced going through the world.
Same. I think I don't
that-
look very approachable.
Yeah, that's probably what.
Yeah. And I understand. That's kind of what I'm going for.
Yeah.
Please don't fucking talk to me.
Yeah.
Right.
And I won't talk to you.
That's kind
And
of
it's
my
going to be
appeal.
great. Yeah. I will be stoically deliver your shit and just
Yes.
say, have a nice day with a smile on my
Yeah.
face.
I'm a stay out of your way kind
Yes.
of guy. That's what I think. That's the best service I can do the world is staying out of everybody's way.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then with like, and maybe this is speaking as someone who's worked in the service industry a lot in my life, but the people who bitch about those situations, like the Casey's Pizza thing, it's like, first off, we all know these jobs suck.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's. I also measure that with the service.
Yes.
When they used to have a big sign at Bebop's that said $7.50 an hour, and they did a shitty job, I would be like, makes sense.
Yeah.
Do a shitty job,
Yeah.
please. This is what I expect from you.
Yes.
You know, and they don't generally.
No,
You know what I
that's
mean? It's
great.
like, yeah.
They're
And it's like,
fantastic.
but if they do, I'm like, yeah, I get it.
Yes.
Don't, especially when it's $1.50 burger day on the east side. You know, there's
Yes.
100 people
It's gonna
lined
be a little
up.
crazy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna like give these people a fucking break.
Yeah.
Don't they didn't
it's
give
the
you your
same
80th
people-
burger?
The same people that flip out in those situations are the same people that will defend like a United Healthcare CEO type
Yeah.
guy.
Exactly
Where I'm
right.
like,
Absolutely.
what a
Exactly right.
bootlicking pussy
Yes.
you are. Like,
Right.
What are you
truly.
going for here?
Yeah, like
There-
what are you aligning with?
Oh.
Like, what's
What's your ethos?
what's your
going
chakra
on?
like lately? Because like you're crazy. I mean, but it always is. It's always the people like who are flipping out or like dogging on teehees, being like, "Oh, it didn't work out at the last place, so
Yeah,
they're gonna try to open it up at the new this new." I was like, first off, that's not what happened.
Yeah.
Like we were doing great, better than we had when we started. The club was running the best it ever had
Yeah.
since even before we took it over. We're moving here because we wanted to expand the thing. Meanwhile, it's like-
Whatever. I heard it sucks. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
okay, great,
yeah,
great,
Yeah.
great.
and they're defending the type of business, like the thing that they want in there instead of us is the exact thing that has been destroying that whole area that they're also mad about, like the
Mhm.
crime and everything. So it's like either you want something different to come in and help that situation, or you want the old thing. You can't have but like it's duplicitous and your brain's not
Yeah.
working quite right.
Yeah.
Not to use a big word.
People
like
can't-
duplicitous. I looked
Yeah.
that up recently.
There was a dude that worked in the back
I
room.
used it correctly. I promise.
Yeah.
There's a guy that worked in the back room of a grocery store, this older man with a mustache. I don't know if people might know who he is. That was well known. Everyone that worked at this place, everyone that delivered to him, knew this guy was a fucking asshole. Like to a degree where it was like if he scanned my shit and it wasn't exactly right, be like, not taking it. I'd be like, oh, fucking okay. But one thing, he's like, well, I'm trying to work. I was like, what the fuck do you think I'm doing, dog? I am here to deliver this shit. And I just can't, like, if you're that well known, like the people that work there, his managers know he's this big of an asshole to
Yeah.
people that come in here. Like, why does he still have a job?
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I don't know. I
Right,
want
well-
people to get their comeuppance.
Why do you still have a pulse? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some of that, I'm like, I don't know. I'm amazed that people.
How did you make
survive-
it through this
Yeah,
life?
like
yeah.
how'd you make it this far without someone beating you to
Yeah.
death? I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of death in this podcast.
There's something to be said
We have a
for
lot of murderous rage
Yeah.
underneath.
you can get away.
But working in that service, like there's that. Sorry to cut you off, but
No,
there's
no.
that thing where people, and I agree with it. Like I think almost like how certain countries have mandatory military service, there should be mandatory service industry
I think
work
so.
you have to do. It's like 2-year stint. No matter what, it's a draft. Like so maybe you go into like
Yeah.
the Air Force, which
Oh,
is like the
McDonald's drafted
yeah,
me.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So maybe you're working at Pizza Hut, maybe it's it, or you're a bartender or something. But it directly impacts how you interact with all of the world because if you don't understand how important all those, like the pandemic taught us that too.
Yeah.
That whole service industry thing of like those people are so essential to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want the slice that way? It's like, how do you think all that gets done?
Mm-hmm.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Everything. I mean, beer delivery guys. Same thing with the club. People would come in like these crazy walkie bitches ruining shows and stuff. Like, I mean, just crazy. Where I'm like,
Mhm.
you, like pumpkin spice latte dumbasses
yeah.
coming into your
Yeah.
fucking because they feel like they should be able to.
Is that
Yeah.
entitlement of rich
Yeah.
morons? Yeah.
Like they're the star.
And
of,
not rich morons.
Yeah.
Just entitlement in general.
Yeah.
It's very strange. But I also feel like if you go through life acting like a complete asshole, it's evidently people don't fuck with you that much.
Mm.
Even if you're a little old dude.
I guess if you're a little dude, then people just don't want to like.
He wasn't old enough. I mean, he was like 60. I don't know. But
I don't know.
I just don't understand how people get through life being with that unpleasant of a disposition.
I don't understand either because I mean, even at the fairway where I was being mistreated, dare I say, by a young man who had started recently, by the looks of it, a new employee. He would just be like, where I like it was waiting for my card, and he didn't say, "Oh, you need to like do your card." He was just like, like, like just like
What the?
like pointing, like just like
Yeah.
rude as hell. But right before that, some lady was like, "Oh, you can go," like to me, and I was like, "Oh no, you were there first." You know what I'm saying? Where it's
Yeah.
like, it's just common courtesy type of shit. She was there first. It wasn't me being like extra nice or this or that.
Right.
I'm not trying to fuck at fairway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever. It was just
No one is. Yeah. Yeah.
But literally, as I'm walking out of that fairway, I have a picture on my phone. I wish I'm going to bring it up just to prove it. I walked in, parked, then walked out. I don't know if you can see this truck. Like somebody parking, like across two spots
Oh,
in
I
a
know.
lot that's not very big. It was
Yeah.
a cool truck too, which is a shame. But I'm like the duality of man.
The duplicity, if you will.
Yes,
Duplicitous people.
unbelievable.
Yeah. The Duplo blocks of man.
Because sometimes, like you said, you're around your people, as it were. You feel like, hey, we're all like this.
Mm-hmm.
We're all just
We're all basically decent people, you know.
we're all trying to hang out, get a sandwich, party.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the video of that?
Those are the tenets of life.
I know. Hang out, get a sandwich, party. That's,
Yeah.
That's.
Podcast with the crew,
Mm-hmm.
and then some people are just rancid.
Yeah. It's true.
I'm sorry for my negativity.
No. There is a video on the internet of a lady yelling at two dudes for fishing. And then she tries to push the one guy into the lake and just gets collapsed because she is clearly not strong enough
Yeah.
to do that.
It's like-
And she just falls over.
Oh, that's
Pretty fun.
my favorite kind of
Yeah.
video is an old person who's engaged in the behavior that we're talking
Yeah.
about, and they do it to the wrong person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fun.
And they
Well, this guy wasn't
Something
even
bad
being a
happens
dick
and-
in this video. He was literally just like, if you want to call the cops, go ahead,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And she comes up and goes,
Yeah.
like
Tries
to
to shoulder
hockey
check him. Yeah.
and goes. And then-
Yeah.
he just like plants one foot
Yeah.
just to stand there. Meanwhile, it's like that's assault, brother.
yeah, yep. Exactly right.
But again, even just feeling entitled to, like, she was obviously trying to like probably push him into the lake or whatever,
Yeah.
or the little pond.
Yeah.
It's like there's so many different ways you could have handled that. Crazy. I just don't understand people.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like I do in my stupid little head. I'm like, yeah, I think I get how the world works.
Sometimes I feel like I'd be better off if I was extremely stupid and constantly pissed off.
You're
That's
halfway
the
there.
world I'm Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Nah, I mean, and their ignorance is bliss, they say, for a reason, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is
So-
true.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I have a little story. You'd like to hear it?
Mm-hmm.
So this was years and years ago. Yeah, how we doing on time? Okay, running a little long. That's all right.
Run the harp.
Years and years ago, when this would probably been like 5 years ago. I was trying to get in the gym, get my swole on. It was probably like post breakup or something. Trying to prove someone wrong, show somebody what they were missing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting in the gym, and there's a very cute Hispanic girl there, right? So I'm like, maybe this is the next chapter of AJ's
Mhm.
book.
Mm-hmm.
This young lady.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so, and from what I can tell, because we interact a little bit, I'm like, it seems kind of broken Englishy,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
where it's like,
Uh-oh.
so I'm like, I'm going to download Duolingo, learn a little Espanol.
Hola, mamacita.
I essentially, after about 3 weeks of like, sort of like, at the gym, whatever, you kind of like, you nod at each other, you tip your fedora, hey, it sort of builds, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
And again, even just from the small vocal interactions, I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna try to meet halfway,
Mm-hmm.
learn a little Spanish Duolingo style.
Buenos dias.
And I go up to her and I say, "Estás muy bonita,"
Oh,
which I think is
you are very
you
beautiful.
is very beautiful.
Yeah. Yes.
She was Indian. So I'm stupid and racist.
Amazing.
I was a little off.
Yes.
It's important to figure out exactly what language they speak before you decide to learn.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is key.
Key.
That is key.
That Boone High Spanish paying off.
How? Yeah.
Estás muy bonita. She was like, what?
Why this Hispanic guy hitting on me?
Yeah, exactly. Must be one of those light-skinned Mexican guys.
Must be from Spain.
It's like
Yeah.
Pitbull or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like one of those Lou Bega type guys. Man. A classic AJL.
Yeah,
You gotta love
that
it.
is a good one.
Yeah,
That is a
it was
good
a lesson learned, though. you
Yeah.
know?
Yep.
Yeah. I really did download Duolingo. and I
I'm
was like,
I did not doubt you for
Yeah.
1 second.
brushed up. Had to brush up on my Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't want to look stupid.
Yeah. God forbid. Gotta meet these ladies
That is
halfway.
so great when you just tank yourself instantly.
Yeah.
For real.
I was a pro at it. I mean,
Mhm.
continue to be, but man, oh man, that's like that stupid confidence I do have, like the Grease the musical, not being a singer kind of thing.
Right,
where,
right.
Some of these other stories I've told over the years.
Yeah.
I've always had that where I'm just like, I just believe in myself, dog.
I love it.
That's what's up.
You have to.
Mhm.
Sometimes you just gotta shoot your shot.
As yeah, the Arthur theme song says it. Believe in yourself. That's the place to start.
Yeah. Right now we're the little Arthur fist. We're all angry. You know? that little meme of the.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. Well, gee, folks, I think that's I covered the beret. I did see a funny TikTok about I thought Soldier Boy actually had one of the better takes on the aliens and drones.
Oh, really? Soldier Boy.
He was like, if they ain't buying my records, fuck them.
Of course.
That was his whole.
I feel like that is pretty good.
Yeah. I was like- I was
can't
I was-
argue with that.
Yeah, I was like, if they're not buttering my bread, I mean, he's got a point.
They did ban the They banned them from the airspace, and they seem to have. It seems to have dissipated.
They're still there, though.
They
They're
are.
still there.
I'm surprised
don't-
it took it that long.
Well, it's not like they're allowed to fly over fucking army bases and shit before. That's what I'm like.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just them being like, "See, it's fine."
It's all good.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I wish they would come do something.
Help deliver some beer at least.
Yeah. Or be like, "Hey, you don't have to go to work today." Like, "Hey, thanks."
Thanks, Gleep Glorp.
You're a real one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's burn this L.
Yeah. Glebe Glorp is down.
This one went by fast. We had a lot of fun, I think,
It
tonight.
did. Yeah.
Covered a lot of ground.
We did.
I think it's important to accept that we all do have anger in us like that.
Yeah.
We do.
I'm not immune to it, for real. Sometimes there's a period, I go through periods where I'm like, damn, I have a problem with anger almost. I get so angry about stuff sometimes.
Stuff definitely gets, caught in our craws, I think,
Mhm.
knowing. I mean, our group chat, God forbid that ever gets in.
Yeah. Mhm.
Certainly some
A few
tirades in there.
few tirades have been registered there. A few complaints.
Yeah. But I think it is. I mean, it would be almost insanity to not be angry at certain parts of life like that.
Yeah.
How could you, as someone with a business, having people shit on it or insane phone calls like that, like you would have to be, like your brain would have to not work almost to not
Yeah.
react to it. I guess it's how you decide to ultimately react to it that matters.
Yeah.
Goes to the therapy stuff where. Because I used to feel guilty for just feeling that way. Like I'm a bad person for feeling angry about these type of things. But ultimately, that's just natural, and that's a reflex.
Yeah.
It's like what you
Right.
do with it, like how you choose to respond. I think they even talk about that where it's like respond versus react, or
Right.
little things like that.
Yeah.
It felt poignant, like in therapy at least, to being like, you're not a bad person for feeling angry at this.
Yeah.
Right.
You're a
That-
bad person for smashing them over the head with a 2x4.
Yes. Which I did.
Depending on who it is. Yeah. Sometimes that's okay, probably.
It's only a 2x4.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I hit your shoulder.
Yeah.
Tommy boy. Yeah.
Not feeling it here. Right here. Giant weapon.
Yes.
I should. That's a good
My
movie to watch.
shoulder
when we're
doesn't
feeling
hurt. But my face does. Classic.
Absolutely classic. Folks, as we start to bring No Sleep Airlines to a land here, now would be a great time for you all to hop online. Even if you don't live in this area, buy a ticket to No Sleep at Val Air Ballroom with Dan Donahue, very funny guy. Toll and Alex are both on the show. I'll be on the ones and twos. Shiloh will probably be there.
I would hope.
I would certainly.
She's writing all of our jokes. She has a lot of work to do.
Oh, yeah.
Getting the sets together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, 1,000 seats. We'd love to see one of you in them. You know,
Mm-hmm.
let's try to get at least 100 people there.
You don't want to look stupid.
Yes, exactly. That'd be great. That would almost be fun. I mean, that would, I would enjoy. I'd be like, this is.
Oh, I'm sure you would love it.
Yeah. At that point, I almost would.
Yeah, I'd
That's
say
better than like the middling.
somebody's
fail.
getting yelled at by AJ tonight.
No, I've had my heart broken a few times on
Yeah.
shows. When I tried to do my little dance party show, no one came to that.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I came to it.
That's true. And Toll came to
I
it.
was
But you
there.
know,
Mm-hmm.
it's yeah. I've had my heart broken a few times in that way. So, but everything's looking good. Metrics are looking great. Very exciting.
Nice.
Venmo at Tobo Cop. Black Hat Ice
Shout out.
Cream
Yeah.
reopens January 2nd, folks.
Mhm.
Not a day sooner. Don't call.
My birthday's on the 1st. Don't call me that day.
That's right.
We're not open.
Can't believe
I'm
it.
partying.
Yeah.
By
Shout out to
partying,
my
I
man
mean
Jay
sitting around doing
Garcia.
nothing.
Buddy, it's too much.
He loves you.
He does.
That Venmo at Tobo Cop.
So we
plug
really
works.
helped him with all our advice. We are.
We know it
Sage
all.
advice.
Yeah, that's right.
Uh,
Life sucks and then you die. You're
Pay
welcome.
me $20.
yeah.
Patreon.com/NoSleepDSM helps us pay for Shyla and our other bills. And yeah.
I haven't even met the Bills.
The Bills.
Yeah, and I think that's just about everything. Like and subscribe. That always helps. Follow us on TikTok. We're blowing up.
Yeah, before it
We're
goes
blowing
away.
up there.
Yeah. I've been AJ Simmons.
Ooh, I've been Toll McGrain.
And I've been the Ice Cream King of Des Moines, Alex Carter.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Fucking AJ, Toll and Alex. They're fucking hilarious.
This is a certified hood classic.